I'm so happy. Sorry, internet issue. So, 9 years of OMW and 15 years of going on a deeper journey and blogging. Uh, it's been a tremendous, satisfying journey. And today, to have all of you here to represent and to hear to OMW is something so beautiful. So, I want to start saying that God created this life to expand. He had so much of love within himself that he wanted to love even more in different formats, in different situations, in different moments. And that's why he created many different souls like us to experience love. In the level of the soul, all of us are pure and all of us are filled with love. Through years, through births, we have been accumulating experiences that is not, it's the soul is pure with love. Through births we have been covered with layers of unacceptance, that somehow we have lost seeing the inner core, the love. So God is gifting us more and more life to go visit that inner core of us, which is love. To visit the inner core of love is possible through inquiry, through observation, through admiration, through hearing stories, through sitting down and listening, possible to look through. For all of this is needs time. Through all of which needs an energy of hand holding of other people. It is through people our journey of liberation is. It is not alone. That if we could understand it, it's such a beautiful journey. We are all in many parts of our life. We are looking for loneliness. We are looking for
Sorry, Durgesh, your
but it
voice is
is through
cracking.
people, our journey of relation, our journey of,
Hello, Durgesh, your voice is
yeah,
cracking.
yeah. I'll try and see a better place. Am I audible and clear?
Yes, yes,
Am I
yes,
audible?
yes.
Yeah. So, if we sit down and have a different perspective to each of the situation that we are going through, we could have a beautiful acceptance and clarity to that situation, for which we need time, for which we need hand holding of a lot of people. So we are on a journey. We're trying to always aloof ourselves from being lonely. I don't want him, I don't want her, I don't want this organization, I don't want that organization, I don't want this commitment, I don't want that marriage. So we are trying to become alone, but this journey of liberation that we have come for is along with people. This karma bhumi that we are experiencing is through the hand holding of people that we can move forward in the journey of liberation. So OMW is one such journey where this course is built up on the dharma of how I feel about life. I am not a person who has been trained under any guru, who has not trained under any shastras, but it is through my self enquiry that I have visited some answers and that I am sharing. So when I share, people around me also get one more idea of going and visiting their situation in a different angle, and they come up with answers and they share it in class, and that's how we all learn together. So I share an idea of how I looked into a difficult situation of judgment. With that, I come up with an answer and share it, and people get a hope from that, and they go and visit their um, situation of unacceptance with this idea, and they see, yes, I also felt relief, and I also felt better, I also found a solace, I also found an acceptance towards the situation. And then they come and share it in class, and then it becomes a vibe, it becomes a movement. Oh, this is also possible. Most of our lives are similar. Most of our thought patterns are habitual. It is it is uh, it is uh, very similar on how we handle a situation of education, is how we handle money also. So how we do one thing is how we do many other things. So we start finding patterns, and we start dealing situations in a much better and dignified way. So this is how the whole of the concept is being dealt. So how I deal with relationships, it's how I deal with food. In food, I pranams to my Guruji, Dr. Arun Sharma. So from and other philosophers that I have been trained from, I take inspirations from them, and how I have experienced and dealt with food, I share it with you. And my perspectives about money, my perspectives about education. So I have in the past 15 years, I've been unschooling my children, and my children have never been to a school. So I have been in the quest of understanding what is real learning, right from my husband to many other philosophers I have visited, been trained. I have traveled a lot, many places, to understand how children actually learn and what benefits life out of learning. So this on the enquiry of all of these philosophers, I shared with you uh, on my thought process of education, which is again coming to my perspective on how I am handling three varied children, and also right now I am. Uh, I have founded a learning center called Sachi at Coimbatore. So, Sachi is a learning hub for life, for on many spectrums, for people of all ages, and in all these topics that I've been talking about. So there's a lot of experiments that are going on in Sachi, and with those experiments, and currently I'm also learning, being trained under AMI Montessori for elementary 6 to 12 with that knowledge. So the knowledge is not from one single source, it is from varied places and varied time frame and varied philosophers. So, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. But your voice is definitely
Am I
cracking.
audible?
Durgesh, you're audible, but your voice is cracking.
Am I audible now?
Ma'am, you're audible. Voice is breaking.
Okay. So maybe. Okay, okay, Ka, thank you so much. So maybe, in an encompasses, yeah. So since the network is jaggedy, I want to share. I want to introduce you to people who have attended OMW in the past. OMW started 9 years back, and in one of the first batches, my good friend and a sister joined us. And Selvi, is it possible for you to share how OMW had been for you, and your life before and after OMW, and how's life been now? Yes, over to Selvi.
Hello, all. This is Selvi. Yeah, I've attended OMW 1 9 years back. I think it's before COVID. And such a beautiful journey. I should say that, when I start, a lot of questions, a lot of curiosity, a lot of um, so many things were running in my mind. There's no clarity um, of what I'm doing, why I'm here. Um, Uh, I used to sit and write on for pages and for time. I mean, for uh, pages and pages and journal. And I used to wait for Aka's session to answer my questions like that. And now uh, I'm into a uh, I'm just exploring my journey of naturopathy, and from where I was to where I am now is like, it's a big journey, and it did not happen overnight or over like in few months or something like that. Every day, even now, every moment, every second is like learning and unlearning, accepting the reality. Uh, is what it's happening, but uh, I would say uh, experiences. I mean, there's a lot of difference between the knowledge and the wisdom. So I got a lot of knowledge through OMW sessions, but over the years, wisdom is what making me stronger. So OMW gave me the path to see those experiences in a right perspective, and If not OMW, I'm certain that I would have dealt. I would have chosen the other path. I would not have seen the things that it has to be seen. It had to be seen. Um, Sorry, I got a call. Mm, yeah, and I would have never observed myself so intensely like how I am observing it now. It's like, every moment, every word of mine. Uh, Sorry, I'm getting a call. Yeah, every moment, every word of mine, I am so aware, and I'm very conscious about my words. I'm conscious about my actions. Um, Mara Kuti, or 5 minutes. Problem. Sorry, I'm getting a call. Maybe Nandanika, can you please tag someone so that
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll
no problem. No
thank you.
problem.
Thank you. I'll be back. Thank you. Sorry.
No problem. There are some people who wants to talk and move from now. I think it was Ramya. Is it Ramya? Ramya, would you like to share or
Sure,
somebody?
Nandini.
Mm.
But it wasn't me though. I can wait.
That's
But I
Vidya.
can share.
Can
Ma'am, it was with
sorry,
It was Vidya.
it was Vidya. Is it Vidya? You're there?
Nandini, can I?
Yes, Vidya. It's yes, Akka.
I'm here. If Vidya is not there, then I'll come.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, Vidya is there. Vidya is there. She's traveling. Vidya, உங்களுக்கு ஓகேவா? Is that okay?
Yeah, I parked.
Oh,
So can you hear me on?
yes.
Yeah, so it is like coming back to my mom's place. That's how I call Nandini and Sakshi. So thanks for inviting Nandini. அம்மா வீட்டுக்கு கூப்பிட்டதுக்கு thank you. So நான் பேசுறது ரம்யா பேசுறது it's all going to be the same. So please forgive us because uh, we all came together under the umbrella of Nandini. So it is basically a like-minded people's collaboration. So we were, as being a doctor, I strongly believe in manuals. So life doesn't come with a manual. So Nandini was searching for her manual. That's how she got all of us attracted to her. And we were also contemporary seekers. And I used to attend lot of courses, read lot of self-help books. But I'm for very sure that this kind of material that the soul is craving for, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anywhere. So, no, whatever it is, not just OMW, Suryodhyam, Deep, Sculpt, whatever she signs in for, we will be there. So life and Nandini I have brought all the notebooks actually so far I have attended, and what she has asked me to write I have brought in. So she used to ask me in the first class, what is your expectation about OMW? So the only thing that I wrote was, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the only thing I wrote was reduction in the thought force. So I want to have less amount of thoughts. So that I have achieved at the end of this journey. It's not the end, but the end of the classes I signed up for, I can say. So this is in short. Like if there is anything that I can, and we have a very beautiful community. I have also informed Nandini that how we with each other, even after the classes have all got over, we are now like a family. Be it Ramya, Naga, or and many other in this course. So now we are all doing. Sorry, so there is a person who is just asking me to cut the call. Is nothing else than
No,
the
no problem.
traffic
Carry on.
police.
Carry
Traffic
on.
police. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vidya. Thank you. Ramya, you want to start? Or Deepak, I don't know who wanted to share.
Kanchanaka wanted to share.
Oh, okay. Angachi, OMW one participant. Wait, I don't see her.
Okay, I'll go, Nandini.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So I'm from OMW 5, and now it's been 3, 4 years, 4 years. So that itself is a, I mean, Yoshipata doesn't feel so that it had been 4 years. But I'd been associated with Nandini before that as well from Suryodayam, from her first Suryodayam. That's how this journey all started. Um, how is life now? Life is very simple. That's the first thing I wrote in the first session that when she asked me to write, what do you want in life? I said I wanted a peaceful life, very peaceful life. And that is how life is now. Very simple, very peaceful. Um, there were does it mean that, like, I don't have any confusions? I don't get angry at all. No, if I say that, that would be false. No, I do get upset sometimes. I do get yeah, I do get upset about things happening around me. But the thing is, it doesn't take a long time for me to understand what's happening behind that upset. Why am I getting upset? And getting back to my normal flow, normal rhythm, it takes like this. So it doesn't take a very long time, which is what I see as a growth over time. I think it's going to be a lifelong journey where I'll continue learning this. It's never going to stop, and I'll continue to learn. The second thing is that um, acceptance has become very, very easier. Um, any big life changes that happen, the acceptance has come very, very easier. Um, So I have had like two surgeries, and I am asked to do one more surgery. So I was in unacceptance initially with a leg issue that I had. I wasn't able to walk at all, and then I went for a surgery last year, March, and then I had another surgery in September. Um, every time I try to walk, every time I do physical therapy, but then some or other problem comes, then I feel difficult to. But the thing is, all through this journey, I would have cried uh, maybe 2 times in pain. That's about it. It was very, very painful when I cried. And then, but the next day I was all right, or next few hours I was all right. I just continued with my regular work. Um, Even now, the surgery that we did is a failure. So the ligament that was put in again tore. I went to the doctor again. He said, we have to do another surgery and all over again. But this time, uh, I understood that all these experiences are teaching me. It's for me to accept my leg as it is. So I'll do whatever I can going forward with this leg. But it is not, I'm not going to stop walking, and I'm not going to stop doing anything that I want. I am an avid hiker. I travel mountains, I travel into forest. I love doing all that. For 1.5 years I've been home. But now I came to an understanding that there is a brace. Let me wear that brace. As much as I can walk, I will walk. So this acceptance is easier. Um, and when I went into doctor's office this time, and when he said we have to go for a surgery, I did not cry. That was a big success for me. From where I was to where I am now, acceptance is easier. And surrendering is becoming a practice. Um, if I don't get something, so I can give an example. Like my son has been he want to go into medical science, and um, beloved Vidya as his mentor, and Shakti is guiding him. And all these people that I name are from OMW. Um, Kirti is his guidance, Vidya is his guidance. He look up to Bharatana. So we have people to look up to. Um, I have people to crush on. So the word crush when we were in school is so different now for me on, how should crushes be. I love Kanchanaka. I love watching her videos. So I love Deepaka. Deepaka has taught me composting. I do compost even now. The journey continues for her farming and you know Okay, she is there, Arul, my sister. So whenever I have questions, whenever I have doubts, I send a voice note to her. Um, I don't know, she has become like my second guru. Um, she's another family for me. So I send her a voice note when I have a question, and she has a life, but she'll take time. Sometimes after a week, sometimes after a month, and she sends me something for me to hear. Um, so what OMW gave me is very close knit family. Um, who are always there to support me and hold me and guide me, and people to look up to and fall in love with. Yeah, that's what it is. So, how is life? Life is very simple. Uh, Very simple. Yeah, that's what I would say. Um, and the story that I was about to say, my son has applied for around 15 or 20 summer programs for this summer. He did not get into anything, but it did not bother me. And I told him, it is okay. You are about to get what you want, or maybe your vision is still not clear on, what you want. So maybe make that vision clear and you'll get there. So yeah, I just wanted to say a few simple instances uh, before and after. And I don't have any people issues anymore. So uh, I do have confusions sometimes. And, I join Suryodayam just to listen to some time to, filter all that. But life is very good. Life is very nice. Yeah.
So beautiful, Ramya. The kind of sway in your voice and sway in your words is making all of us feel that all relaxed and calm and in great acceptance to everything. Thanks, Ramya. Thank you so much for sharing. I see Rajesh Anna here. Rajesh Anna is hosting OMW host this week at Madurai Rajapalayam. Family is coming together. Whole of OMW family is going. Many of them are going to his house in this week. Such huge network of love is happening. So Anna, about you, about life.
Thanks, Anthony. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's so lovely to meet again, as everyone were mentioning, to come back to the OMW session. It brings a lot of memories. Yeah. So I just want to say how I just got into this. I was just Googling about how to clutter my cupboard. So I was trying to see how to be more minimalistic. And suddenly Nandini's Instagram page came, and then I was just going, listening to her TEDx talks and all those stuff. And there were a lot of things about OMW, and it was a 1 year program. I was really very skeptical about joining this 1 year program. Will I be really able to make it, or how? I was very doubtful about my discipline those days. Then all of a sudden, there's a lot of curiosity. Okay, I like to always put myself in. And I don't want to most of the time be in a comfort zone. So I try to put myself in some difficult situations and try to come out of it. So then I just enrolled for OMW4. And so there's a lot of Nandini sent a lot of instructions. You have to be very diligent in attending. You have to open your videos and all those stuff. It was a little intimidating, and I was just figuring out how do I handle this actually? Will I be able to do all these homeworks? And there was also one class saying that if you're not following this, you'll be uh, removed from the group and all those stuff. Then I said I should be really a good regular student in this class. Uh, Whatever it is, we'll just do the homework. So I was trying to become a good student to the class actually. So come what may, wherever I am, wherever I'm traveling. So I'll try to listen to the classes and be a regular student in the class. So slowly, I think it all started. There was a lot of listening happening actually. First time, I think I learned how to listen only from OMW actually. Until then, I was only talking to people and I was not listening at all. Then there is a lot of stories sharing around, and then I thought, okay, see, I'm continuously I'm consuming all the stories around with people from different walks of life, and I was trying to resonate myself in each of the story and see where exactly I am and how I'm handling those kind of situations when someone shares the stories. So, and there were very little male participants, and there's a lot of yeah, women participants usually will be there. And I was totally not very participative in the initial days. Only later on, I was trying to be more active. And there's a lot of eye-opening sessions which Nandini took over, the way she talks about her personal journey. And ஸோ இப்படியெல்லாம் ஒருத்தங்க இருக்கிறாங்களா, இப்படியெல்லாம் ஒருத்தங்க யோசிக்கிறாங்களா, and there's a lot of moments like this it was happening actually. எப்படி இப்படிலாம் யோசிக்க முடியுது? Meaning how a person can think so differently and how they can lead with so much of calm and composure is what I keep wondering whenever the sharing comes from Nandini in different topics as such. So yeah, so basically, the learnings from the sessions were quite huge, and when it so this primarily I would say, meaning I understood that minimalism is so much not just decluttering or keeping yourself clean and safe, but it's more deeper within. It's a lot of inner work that needs to go in, is what I learned from there. Uh, it's all about your thoughts, your habits, your emotions, your relationships, and even the way we spend our time and energy. So one of the biggest lesson I learned from the workshop was the importance of being a continuous learner. So every session, it gave me an opportunity to listen more and with people share their struggles, their experiences, and this openness in sharing, it also allowed me to be more open, actually, be more vulnerable, and accept myself, what flaws I had within myself, and try to be brutally honest about it, actually. When I started writing the journaling with the Suryodayam as well, so that's when a lot of that inner work happened. I was able to find myself in a better way. So that was one other thing which was a great outcome from this session. It also helped me to understand the habits and the consistency, the small actions, daily actions that shape us in a bigger way. So she helped us to get into a routine actually, have a good food habits, being more disciplined and personal growth. So that I learned that transformation does not happen overnight, and I think the group, as and when the follow up that happens, and that really helped us to see some change within us as the days were passing by actually. Another important thing which I really took from this class is being a mindful person, being more aware of what you're thinking, being more aware of what you're speaking to other person. So the discussions really helped me become more mindful, and I took that in my daily life. And I also met very good people like Rosaka. She always keeps inspiring with whenever she shares stories, and Deepa Babu as well, and a lot of so few people really you connect with them and how they think, and how they can change and bring change in their daily lives, that really helped me to be a person where I am today. So I think why we need OMW is something. I think after a point in time, I thought, okay, this is really a good place to be here, wherein everyone has a lot of questions within us, but we also seek answers. But there's a lot of inner work that needs to happen, and that inner work should happen over the period of time, not in a short span of time. So this 1 year program will really help you to at least listen to it, then understand what exactly that you are in need of, and finally assimilate and take the best out of it, whatever that you needed, so that to handle your life in a better way. So the questioning is something, it helped me as and when I learned hearing the stories. There's a lot of questioning that happened within me, and which made me to think and journal a lot about it actually. So so this program is really it's very much needed for any person who is planning to attend. It's a constant thing. It's not a 1 year program. I think we need to constantly be in touch and try to be open and honest within ourselves, and be a better person. So this is the platform which is very much essential, so that as a person you become, you evolve, and you become a better person, so that we also create a better legacy for our kids, and make this place a better place to live. So thank you, Nandini, again, and thank you everyone for creating this space, and helping each and everyone who is part of this program. Thanks, Nandini.
Thanks, Anna. So I feel people when they enter class they are students, but when they exit the class they are my guru. That's the feeling that I have from for every one of each one of you here. And Rajesh Anna is such a Valigati, such a guru that here today in my life, that anything I can reach out to him for his perspective about life at difficult times. Anna has been one of the what can we do, what can we do, can we do together, what can we do to expand, how can we reach out to a lot of people. Anna is mentoring a lot of little children in a career, in volunteering, in bringing love spread through many corners in life at Rajapalayam. He's doing a lot of volunteering work, and he amazes us all the time. And thank you, Anna, and all the very best for your OMW hosting that's happening this week. Thank you. We have Richa, Deepaka, and Arul. Is there anybody who wants to share and leave earlier? You can share. You can unmute and share.
I'll go.
Yeah, sure.
Mm. I don't know when I started following you. You entered into my life the moment I need. I wanted to join OMW3, but at the time I couldn't join. I hope that was not the right time for me to join. Um, I'm part of OMW4. OMW is when I started to be from being a doer to now I'm a being. I'm a human being. I'm from the doer. I'm now more into a being. I'm being in the day. That slowness um, is the gift of all the thing that I learned through MW. It is a seed. That seed, it takes time for the seed to grow into a bigger plant, and for the seed it needs a fertile soil, and the community that we got was that soil for me. Everyone in the community nurtured each other, and we all I feel we all grew together. We are growing together, and now the roots are getting deeper. Like Rajesh Anna and Ramya Kha, everyone told it's not just about having lesser things and decluttering and living a minimalistic life. It is more about the inner self, having very minimal thoughts, looking life into an entirely different perspective. Maybe, I mean, that is that 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 is the knowledge that we've forgotten. We are um, everyone in the community was like a sister, holding each other deeply, not just our own self and our children. I see a lot of mother for my children. When we all come together, everyone is holding every other children like their own. That selflessness I can feel, and that gives a feeling of deep sisterhood that I yearn from OMW. And through this OMW, life has changed a lot. I started to live the life and I started to enjoy. I'm holding the children more, dancing with them, looking into their eyes, smiling at them. The slowness that I was yearning uh, to have in my life was is there, and this slowness, I ha- there is a lot of inner work that has to happen, and that path was guided by through OMW. Come, everyone, every question, and every discussion reflected that every person is the same. We all have that same thing inside us in a different form, and everyone, like how Rajesh Anna said, from talking all the time, he started to listen. And when we know that the other person is also the same like us, and we'll listen to know ourselves more, and that listening is bringing a lot of slowness and love. Knowing the other person is giving us a lot of compassion, and this feeling is beautiful, Ka. And having the feeling that, yeah, I'm having a very big family for me, who can listen to me without any judgment. And nowadays it's like, I feel this joy. I can share to this family that I feel this joy, and I feel difficulty in this, and I cry with the family. I'm feeling sorrow, and all these things happen without any judgment, and the space, that holding space was uh, very beautiful. I feel it is very sacred to me. That in that way, I'm grateful, and சொல்றது, கடன் பட்டிருக்கேன் to the OMW family and OMW community. That's all.
அருள் நீ பேசுகிறத கேட்டுக்கிட்டே இருக்கலாம் போல இருக்கு. As Arul is talking, I feel like it's nice to just simply listen to Arul. நீ பேசு அருள், நான் ஒரு மணி நேரம் கேட்குறேங்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு. Thank you so much. So I want to share a few sentences here. There was one person, a chef, who came for one of the What We Eat retreats that we hosted here in Coimbatore, I think, Tondamutur, in that area. So he is not completely into sattvic, and he's not completely into the raw way of eating that I was eating. So in leaving after the session, he came and he helped us wind up, and then I talked to my husband and leave. So he was saying that for Nandini, for a woman like her, this kind of raw and this kind of sattvic food is okay. Then you but for a man like you, where you need action, a ego driven action, this kind of food is not enough. You need something more rajasic to flow through the kind of work and desire and uplifting and all of that. You need a lot more grains and lot more rajasic food, he said, and he left. But today, the way that Veilur happens, somebody, I want them to come and see how great things happen without instruction, without a tinge of flavor of, how to get things done with love, how to move and sway with love, how to make understanding without even talking, how to understand the moment, what it is, even without instructions. Is there any place that could operate such a huge event, hand holding people in the most sensitive area, that too in food, and doing all of this with grace? I would wish to invite him and show what's happening here. It's not one. Rajasic is there in a lot of emotions. One doesn't need to have Rajasic food to be Rajasic. Rajasicness is there in the emotions. Rajasicness there in the toxicity that is there in the soil and water and whatnot. We are going through. Rajasic there is in the experience itself, but it is the sattvic. It is the attitude of God that we are trying to imbibe, to see everything in everything through his lens, and any kind of desired life, any kind of experiences, any kind of situation, any kind of people can go through this way of living and thinking, and get done what they want to get done, what they wish to have for life. Any flavor is possible with these tools that we have. So when Arul shared, I only remember of that incident, what Anna said. So anything is possible by all of us. By being with this calm and this poised, you can't do things. It's not that. You can do great and better things. Yeah, wonderful. Deepaka, you want to share?
Yes. So happy to see everyone here. Nostalgic.
All gems together.
So one thing, before joining OMW, the instruction from my family, like the suggestion from my family came like, தீபான்னா இப்படி பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு we know. What if it changes after attending OMW? We have some trademark, whether it is fault or whether it is right or wrong. We have Deepa, even my brother said, Deepa, akkana இப்படி பண்ணுவாங்க. What if someone influences you? What if வேறு மாதிரி ஆயிட்டா என்ன பண்றது அப்படின்ற மாதிரி, what if you are influenced? What if you become Nandini person? அந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் அப்படியே. That time I couldn't answer, but later throughout the course, they also understood that it is not the person who totally changes, their perspective of seeing things, handling things change. இப்பவும் I get angry. Now also I get angry. Now also my house, it is the same way, like, yes, my house gets cluttered, but I know how to declutter it I do it with lot of happiness. Yes, now also I get angry. Now I know how to, the moment I take to settle down things and realize what has happened. அந்த முடிச்சு அவளுக்கு தெரியுது. இப்போ இங்க அந்த முடிச்சு போட்டு that knot was tangle ஆயிட்டே இருந்தது வந்து, now also that முடிச்சு போடுறேன், but I know how to detangle it and make it right. That is the difference in this journey. அதுதான் எனக்கு பார்க்க முடியுது. And the most இந்த OMWல என்னன்னா everything is focused on only on ourselves. We don't take something ஒரு pledge எடுத்துட்டு நான் போய் எல்லாத்தையும் மாத்துறேன், எல்லா ஃபேமிலியில மாத்துறேன், சொசைட்டியை மாத்துறேன், அந்த மாதிரி இல்லை. In OMW, you, you take responsibility of yourself first, and that will automatically radiate to change your change in கூட நான் சொல்ல மாட்டேன். We'll accept what our families, we'll accept what our societies, and we are not traveling alone, and we don't want to travel alone and succeed friend. We will take along with us everyone. எல்லாரையும் கூப்பிட்டுட்டு தான் நம்ம போகணும். அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம வந்திருக்கோம். அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் ரியலைசேஷன்லாம் வர வர அது வந்து ரொம்ப அழகா இருந்தது லைஃப் பார்க்கறதுக்கு. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் தான் நான் ஓஎம்டபிள்யூல வந்துட்டு டோட்டலா ஐடென்ட் சேஞ்ச் அப்படியே வேற மாதிரி எல்லாம் ஆயிட மாட்டோம். நம்மளோட கேப்பபிலிட்டிஸ் என்ன நம்மளுக்குள்ளார இருக்கிறது நம்மளுக்கு தெரியறதுக்கு நந்தினி வில் பி a great tool. நந்தினி நந்தினி என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க அப்படின்னா அந்த ஒரு ஃபேன் ஃபாலோயிங்கா அப்படியெல்லாம் இல்லாம நந்தினி ஒண்ணு சொல்லுவாங்க, நீங்க நான் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டேன், நீங்களும் தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்லுவாங்க. அது நான் இப்ப தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டாலும் நான் தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம், இல்ல டேக் டைம், யூர் லைஃப் given opportunity will give you another opportunity, you'll get to know that time. It will be that kind of hand holding was there. Mm, uh, uh, that is what I admire most about OMW. I'll show just a diagram. This is us. This is myself. This is my family. And this will be my society. OMWல வந்துட்டு all this thing will focus on food ஆகட்டும், relationship ஆகட்டும், everything, each and every topic will focus on us only. And it is also very important that we take this learning for us only that time. This will help us relate. இது வந்து it will help us bond with the family in the first circle. We'll have a two-way beautiful relationship with family, friends, our close circle, and the outer second in the family எல்லார் கூடயுமே we'll have a beautiful journey along with them. And this இது வந்து நம்ம பண்ண we'll get a clarity even to focus on the society. இந்த கம்யூனிட்டில என்ன பண்ணலாம், நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம், what we can contribute. We will have some desire deep inside our heart to do something for the society. So இதெல்லாம் clarity வர we will go work for the community, will contribute us. And this contributing to this community, that will this in turn will reflect on our own discipline. இது வந்து I have experienced. சொசைட்டி கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ண நம்மளுக்குள்ளார ஒரு சேஞ்ச் வரும், நமக்கு வந்து ஒரு நன்மை வரும். அது வந்து யூ கேன் கால் இட் அஸ் கர்மா, யூ கேன் கால் இட் அஸ் எனிதிங். அது வந்து அந்த பெனிஃபிட் வந்து வி கேன் ரியலைஸ். ஐ ஹாவ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்ட் இது எல்லாமே. ஆல் திஸ் வில் ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் பேக் ஆன் அஸ், அவர் ஓன் டெவலப்மெண்ட். இதெல்லாம் எப்போ நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா நம்மளை சுற்றி ஒரு மினிமலிசம் வந்து நீ சொல்லுவாங்க, டீக்ளட்டரிங் அப்படிங்கிற. இந்த டீக்ளட்டரிங் நடக்க ஒரு கிளாரிட்டி வந்து வில் சி அவர் ஃபேமிலி, வில் சி அந்த கம்யூனிட்டி. ஸோ திஸ் ஐ ஹாவ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்ட் இன் OMW. இல்லை நான் OMW இல்லை நான் வேற எதுலையாவது எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணணும்னா யா இப்போ நான் ஓஎம்டபிள்யூல லேர்ன் பண்ணது அடுத்து ஒரு பகவத்கீதா கிளாஸ்ல வர்றதும் தேர் ஆல்சோ ஐ லேர்ன்ட் அக்செப்டன்ஸ், தேர் ஆல்சோ ஐ லேர்ன்ட் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப். Everywhere we will be given an opportunity to learn. So if OMW came to me and I grabbed that. If we are not grabbing, then the opportunity will come again. இது OMWல நான் கத்துக்கிட்டது வந்து I didn't analyze like இது வந்து ரைட்டா கரெக்டா தப்பானாலும் I didn't analyze that much. I searched for something, I got the answer, and I'm satisfied with this answer. Like what I felt. And some I understood different. And my own class batchmates, they understood different. We all exchanged, and there was beautiful sharing happening between us. So the journey, 1 year journey, was really beautiful. One thing I decided was I'll attend all the classes and I'll do all the assignments. That is what my goal was. எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்லாம் நிறைய வச்சுக்கல. நாம எனக்கு அது கிடைக்கும், இந்த லேர்னிங் கிடைக்கும், அதனால ஐ டென்ட் திங்க். ஐ ஜஸ்ட் தாட் ஐ வில் அட்டெண்ட் வித்தவுட் மிஸ்ஸிங் எனி கிளாஸ். ஐ வில் அட்டெண்ட் ஆல் த கிளாஸஸ் அண்ட் I thought I'll do all the assignments and I did it, and I thought I reaped the benefit out of it. And Nandini வந்துட்டு she was a great உங்களுக்கு அழகா எடுத்து கொடுப்பாங்க. அந்த you have to use that. எனக்கு வந்துட்டு இந்த அளவுக்கு ஃப்ரம் த பேஸ் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணி கொடுத்ததுனால தான் ஐ வாஸ் ஏபிள் டு டேக் தட் தோஸ் லேர்னிங்ஸ். இதே வேற எதுலையாவது கிடைச்சிருந்தா நான் எடுத்துட்டு முன்னாடி கூட எனக்கு இந்த லேர்னிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்திருக்கலாம். ஈவன் வேர்ட்ஸ், சேம் வேர்ட்ஸ் நந்தினி said, my mother also told me earlier எல்லாம். அம்மா சொன்னது வந்து only after நந்தினி said, அம்மா சொன்னது வந்து எவ்வளவு அர்த்தம் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து and the OMW plus lot of volunteering and journey, another 1 year journey along with her. And அது அப்படியே படிஞ்சிருச்சு, எம்பசிஸ் பண்ணி நம்மளுக்கான லேர்னிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து I was able to implement practice. So it was a really great experience, and I wish everyone goes through this OMW. Thanks, Nandini. Thanks for this opportunity.
How to feel Deepaka is my brother-in-law's friend, and having met each other in Machan's house, and having she's my elder sister. And you feeling admiring me and wanting to learn from me, that itself is speaking a lot about who you are. Wanting to learn, is a continuous learner was there in you all the time. So I was just a tool. God chose me as a tool to talk to you, is what I think. And getting to learn from this little sister, not thinking that she's little, but what we can learn from her. Thank you. I bow down to that admiration that you have on me, and thank you so much for being part of OMW. So there was a question in the chat: is OMW a 1 year thing, or you people are there for many years, 9 years, 10 years, 9 years I've been. So what happens is people take up OMW for a year. Before that, they would have attended Suryodayam for a few months or few years. And after OMW, most of which they would have come for a tripster journey, they would have attended Veilodu Vedayadu, or they would have volunteered in Sculpt, or they would have brought their children in Sculpt program. So some of the other things we keep meeting. We have avenues to create, and we have summer camp, and we have OMW meetup that is happening every year. So some of the other ways we have opportunities to meeting each other. And also OMW host is there, where it is free of cost, that one person chooses to host, open the doors of one person's house and invite whoever is coming from the OMW community. So every year when a student passes out, attending all classes and doing all the assignments, they get certified into finishing OMW. Those people are joining into the main community of where all the 8 years of participants are there. So they get into that community, and there are a lot of workshops and classes and things and meetups that everyone posts. And so one person hosts, and other people travel to their house and they travel together. So they do such things together, learn together, travel together, and all of that. So they keep meeting constantly, and that's how it sees that we're all always tied together somewhere. So now Veena and I are into a same class in a different place, and we discuss something together. And so Richa and I are into sculpt, and we volunteer together. And Rajesh Anna has invited me to come to Rajpalayam for a talk. So like that, things keep. It's like a family. All of us travel together, and that's what we do. And Sapna ma'am and I are into a WhatsApp group and into food, because we own, both of us have a dehydrator. So we attended the same course in Bali, where raw vegan food we learnt. And I ask her doubt, and she shares her inputs and all of that. We keep learning. So some or the other phase, we keep in touch with each other, and we're continuously learning along with each other. So that's how it goes. So Richa, would you like to share?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the opportunity and the platform you give. It was not a platform, I suggest, like, you gave me the home to birth from you. It's pure connection of mother child. You always carry me throughout the year. Since we met till now, you are just pampering me and nurturing me like your three girls, and I am the fourth one. I always consider like this. But after I deliver a baby in the month of November 2022, and I joined Suryodam in the month of April 2023, and suddenly I just came to know that OMW is happening, and I don't know till now that why you always open the gates on 1st June, and it is my birthday, and I gifted this for myself because I was during that period I was into the postpartum phase, so nobody else was pampering me, but I somehow saw that you are already on my way, so I just registered for OMW, and I was not expecting it since you already told us to complete the assignments, turn on the video. I was feeding my baby and at the same time. So a lot of things were happening, and one day when you just told me that you are reading my assignment, like I was like, oh my god, she knows me in and out. And when I met you in Sharan, it was completely game changer for me. Since that I am not same anymore. I came to you with heavy heart, heavy shoulders, heavy burdens, and I just surrender in front of your feet. I don't know, but you guided me towards the moksha, and I'm walking on the same path. You lead me towards the purpose. You lead me towards the desire. I still remember very beautifully the way you always say that when drama is not in our head, we can achieve more. And the way Deepaka show us, like OMW is the one single person focus point, and once we set ourselves, we set the relation with ourselves, we can automatically sail through with the family. We can automatically sail through the society, and I can see this. I was complaining about each and every bit of my life in front of you, like why this is happening with me, why only me. I always question like this, why only me I am facing this, why? And I don't know, you made me strong, and you made me so capable to, with the heavy weight also you taught me how to fly. So you open the sky for us, you open the ocean for us to deep dive and fly so high, even rooted so grounded that with your one calling we all can run here and there. So beautifully, and I can see the changes. Today my daughter is 3 years old, OMW completed, and I am raising a beautiful child. If OMW was not there, being a sick mother, sick kid can be raised. I can completely see this. mother's wisdom is much, much needed. And we can always see that why always bunch of women together in morning class and listening to you with all no attention, because we all needed your hand holding. So if somebody is asking why OMW and what we will get it, you have to attend it, then only you will get the experience. And this is a life changing point. And we always say, currently also in many trends we are seeing this, that if somebody is just a, if somebody is seeing that a lot many changes are happening in one family, and why some family patterns are following X, why I am the only Y. So if we are feeling that we are Y, we have to register for OMW, because this U turns and cycle breaking processes, if you are always being a different out of the box, you feel like people are seeing you upside down because you are doing something different. Ma'am will teach you to how to be a scattered place and secret place to grow and achieve your spiritual journey also at the same time. Hand holding will be there. You can name it anywhere. You name it any. You Earlier I was so down, and I feel very small, that how I can text to Sapna ma'am, how I can text to Rose ma'am, but today they are one text away. If you find any difficulty, you just text them and they are available. So what do you need more? Your bloodline relationship may not help you this much, but they are bound to help you out with all whole and soul, because we all are the same. They know what you are running through, they know how to pull you out, they know how to dig you deep. So ma'am is helping you with all the habit changing processes, not through gyan and lectures and all this drama, but automatically you will do it. She will just say it in the morning class and you will do it in the next morning, and sharing also the photos with the beautiful sunlight and everything. So you will see the changes. Even if you're not photographer, you will be photographer with the beautiful pictures for decluttering, your plate decoration, your smoothies, what not. Your early dinner, oh my God. I was not a person. I always say this. How I can do this? I am a mother. I am a working. I am this and that. Ma'am is saying, you can carry the tiffin. Get it done. In the morning, I am carrying all three meals. Within a sunlight, I am having my own meal. And before reaching home, everything is already sorted. So everything is possible if you are coming into this class. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me and making me this beautiful person.
Thanks, Richa. It is it is you who made you. And I was just there showing a mirror to tell you, show you what is there inside you. You are such a lovely child. I always say this, I wish I could be a student like you. So if I'm getting into a class and another learning place, I really, really wish I could follow the dharma that you have as a student. And thanks, Richa, for coming into my life to tell what is the spirit of a student. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Lakshman and Anna, you want to share?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity. Actually, I joined this OMW. My daughter was a facilitator and a sculpt, and she was very interested to make me and my spouse to join in this course. And really, we are very happy. And actually, I used to have a low confidence on. Actually, I used to when I talk to you, ma'am. Uh, I was been always talking about money, money, money. I don't used to get money, and I'm not possible to spend my everyday expenses. But after attending OMW and having a speech with ma'am, now I'm in flow of this money in various ways, and I don't know how this magic has happened. It was very wonderful thing that, but thing, and every day I used to write gratitude to my parents, spouse, daughter, which I learned from ONW, and also, and I changed my food attitude also. Morning I used to have morning green juice, and then I used to have fruit, and then only I will go for breakfast. And everything has changed in my life, and I'm very happy to be this part of this OMW family. And I am also planning to be again in part of OMW 8. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, நீங்க மணிமாறன் சார் எல்லாம் like என்ன சொல்றது, we should be really gifted to be having a person like you in our life every single day, deep to inge at morning 4:30 you are up and awake and being here. And sir, thank you so much for where Ridu was there in OMW, inspired from her, you and your spouses here in class, and how much of a huge transformation that your family has gone through, and a really spectacular story is blooming so beautifully. Thank you for being part of our life. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Reena akka, sister, what do I call you? Reena ma, please.
Thank you, Dilesh. Am I audible?
Yes,
Well,
dear.
thank you. It is actually a really, we may all not be in the same batch, but I have heard about each and every one of you. And now I'm seeing, and not only seeing, I'm able to feel. I'm able to feel Rajesh, and I'm able to feel Deepaka. We haven't seen or spoken before, but this platform itself is beautiful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Nurgesh. And my thing about this is, I will tell you about my personalized thing. It is like still I'm not able to believe the changes that is happening within me. That is the best way to tell. So initially when it started, I too started like not knowing what to expect. It was my husband who said, if you are not going to attend, then I will attend. Only quite later I realized that he didn't have any plans to attend, only to put me into it. Maybe I troubled him that much. I didn't know. So he had insisted it. But it's really paying. He is very happy now. I'm giving you it. So it is like everything within me was unlocked by Durgesh. That is the right thing. So it will, so even people, I think everyone will be feeling, she will put it in a very apt way to us. The same concept, everything, most of our ladies would have listened from her husbands, or at least from the mother-in-law. Somewhere they would have said, but not in the way that Durgesh will put. She will know which food this child will eat. Okay, this child can't eat. Let's make a puree. Then that puree we will take. Okay, this child doesn't like puree. Let's give her attractive food. She'll exactly know what to tell to whom. So that will be for the entire class only. But still, we will take it. She will know. So even by seeing the divinity within us, she will point out the flaw. So that is the beauty of the class. That's what I can say. So first, initially, it will be like we will be coming up with questions like, he did that to me, she did that to me, they did that to me, and all that. I still remember whom you can't forgive. There are a total bunch of people in the group chats. So then slowly, she will, that is her power, magic, I could say. By the end of the 2 to 3 hours, you would have forgiven him. or her. So that is really, I still can't believe that is, they are all life-changing moments. That ancestral guilt or baggage that would have been carried if not for that 3 hours, that was gone. I still try to think, how did it happen? What did she say? And all that. That's all her job, she does it beautifully. So that's how it is. That much. So instead of telling us that we are wrong, how to see, how to not see the flaw in others and focus on where we are supposed to work. That's how the class goes. So first, even though it started with other people, slowly it will start with situation. I was put in France. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. Then even she will tell you how to make the best out of that best situation. And that's what showing where we are supposed to focus instead of judging us. So those are all moments that I would just love and love and love to listen. Sometimes the class goes beyond 2 hours, beyond 2.5 hours, and she will apologize. Who will apologize? Then she will do. I will be like, கரும்பு தின்னக்குள்ளியா, do you have to pay a price to eat sugarcane? That's how I would feel. I will be very happy. My family members would be wondering, 3.5 hours in headphones, what are you listening, giggling, talking, still raising your hands, and all that. But it's a real pleasure. That's what I should say. And sometimes it will be like the questions I would have broken my head, and I would have reached a point where I have a question to ask her, and it wouldn't be answered by God's grace. And the other week it will go, I would have again reached another point trying to decipher that question. Then that week it will be answered and it would be taken to a different stage, and that I wouldn't have understood. But deep inside, I will know that there is a truth to it. We all will know that. Trust me, guys, you will start listening to yourself. That truth, you will know, you will start feeling this is good, this is bad, or this has a truth, this doesn't have a truth. All that inner feeling will be awakened. Then, over the years, I will understand it. I still now remember one thing: don't invest in things or this, invest in yourself. I didn't understand at that time. I was like, what does she mean investing is? What should I do? I had my sister with me, and we will go on for a walk and we will talk about this. What does it mean? How do we invest on yourself and all these things? Now it is making very good sense. And now I'm able to relate to it. So everything gets understood at the right time. That's how I should put. So over the time, over now it is 2.5 years, and I am seeing myself where I am very much inclusive. Whenever I don't like someone behaving in a different way, I'm able to see that there is something within me that I don't like. There is somewhere which I have to push myself, where there is potential within me, but I'm not pushing myself, and the other person is reflecting, or they are acting as a mirror. So in fact, nowadays when people when I get triggered, I am very thankful to them because they are showing a part of me where I'm supposed to work, and no longer it is them. I still love them most they are because they are in my bad books, poor things, to make me improve. So it is so wonderful just to look at life this way instead of running away from bad people. There is no such bad people at all. There are only parts of me which are supposed to be worked on. So all this learning uh, came from OMW. So even now, I'm a person who used to get triggered or stressed with someone's emotions. Why is he behaving? Why is dad behaving? Why is brother behaving? Can't they know? Now there is nothing. Even when my husband comes home, he is stressed or something, and then he's telling something to someone, I know it's okay. You have a cup of tea and sit for a while. That's all. Magically, the house becomes peaceful again when I don't lose my calm, or when I know that it's only I'm hungry and that's why I am irritated. I also go eat something and I sit. It's not on the others that they don't do the chores or they didn't empty the dishwasher. Nothing, no one needs to do anything. Everything will be done. That mindset of taking away the control from me and then just being in the flow. The kids are all very happy. They do help me. They do that. They do understand. Amma, are you tired? Are you this? Do you have a class? We will be this. Are you doing pranayama? All that. So that understanding is so good. But beyond all this, now it has been in a state like I'm able to accept things and lose my identity. I no longer say I am a doctor or I am this, I am that. No, I have studied it. No, I have this. So who are you then? I'm someone who will make all flaws, and I'm someone who's ready to correct, and I'm someone who don't know anything, and I'm someone who is everything. So you don't ask me that question. I will confuse you because I myself I'm still figuring out. So this all this started with Durgesh and the community and each and every one of you who talked today. I'm able to feel you all. That inner strength or that inner awareness to see what I am feeling or where to go. I'm propelled by my feelings. All that I'm able to listen with this. I owe gratefully each and every day to people whom ask me, how do you be so clear? How do you don't have FOMA? You don't want to attend that chai party? I don't drink chai, so what is the use in attending it? So I don't feel that. I'm happy by myself. I'm self sufficient. I don't need a career to validate me. I don't need my husband's words to tell me that I'm cooking good. Sometimes I don't, but still I want him to tell me that. I don't need anything. I'm happy. I'm contented. Happy is also a bigger word, I should say. I realized that there is no glory to life. There is nothing like a glory. It is just making us run away from each and every beautiful moment. Just sitting with the child and laughing with him is what glory to me. Seeing you all here is making this day a very, very, very glorified day. So I owe it all to you, Durgesh. Thank you so much.
Each one of you talking is like turning a page in a Bhagavad Gita. Each one of you are talking. Each one of you are talking a page in Bhagavad Gita that's so beautifully there. Do the process, do the work, don't expect the result. Do not go hold your identity as your burden. What each one of you are talking is such huge words. Thanks, Vina. Thanks for that point about, I know how much you were inquisitive, how much you had that spirit of learning. Today you're seeing a lot of people. At the same time, I want to tell you, as much as there are people here who have glorifiedly like gems in my life are there are so many people who have been dropped out of OMW as well. There are many people who couldn't pursue it more than half the 6 months past. So there are that also. It's not that only people, everybody got through and everybody there. So it were the people who were curious, who were interested, who were curious, I could say, who were curious, stayed back. So when ego starts popping in, or whenever you feel that I could not understand, I could not stay with this process, you tell yourself that yes, I could not understand, but let me see what others are understanding. Let me see what others are doing, what is that they are interested, what is that they are curious about. I know I don't like this class. I know I kind of I'm frustrated with the seeds that I'm not able to implement anything. I'm not able to see the result as others are seeing. But I'm telling you, just be, just be. Let that opening for the seed to come. Just keep listening. Do not you write an assignment that this is nowhere relating to me, this is nowhere I can get through. That also can be an answer. It's not that glory is the answer. So you sit and write and tell that I can't handle anything, I don't understand anything of this class, I don't want to go more deeper here. That also can be the answer. But come for the next class. come for the next class, you stay, you be, and not in a place where then it is through all of these frustrations, it's through all of these doubt, there is something that's clarity that is coming after through you, so for which you stay. Just stay, and no, don't force yourself to action, but one thing I tell you is force yourself to just sit, and that is enough. It will slowly rub our um, rub something about us and bring that beautiful diamond from inside. Yeah. Thanks, Zina. Thank you so much for sharing, and thanks for owing it to me. But in spite, it was all you. Thank you, Satnama.
Hello, Durgesh. Hi, everyone. It's such a lovely session. I really wished, you had planned such sessions earlier also, Durgesh. It's so lovely to hear everyone. It's like just sitting and listening, such a beautiful experience. I can feel the goosebumps and such a lovely feeling. Yes, my journey, I've been part of OMW4. Yeah, 4 years. And what I am today, I am a sum up of OMW, Suryodaya, Deep, and this beautiful angel in our life, Durgesh. I still remember 4 years back, my friend Rose, I always used to call her and cry. Yeah, Rose, this. She says, why don't you come and join Durgesh class? I said, I don't want to be minimalistic. I want to enjoy life. Why don't you understand? She said, Acha, join for me. I said, okay. So I joined honestly with lots of apprehensions. Ki Durgesh will say, don't wear so many clothes, very less clothes in your cupboard, and you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And I thought she would be like that, but the story was very different. Uh, I think Durgesh is a one person. I've never seen such a committed person. Commitment to the course. And she's not a teacher. She's not the kind of a person who will say you do this, you do that. But she would share her own life experiences. This is what I think made me come back to her classes again and again. That it is not about just teaching, it is about listening to her, how she has transformed her life. That was big attraction. And somewhere, of course, I was looking for something deeper, something which could connect with my own self, where I could be more, I could do things with lot of grace in, I think this is what Durgesh talks about, grace in the way you talk, you walk, you perform things. This was one thing I wanted. And I can say to some extent, yes, I achieved it. A long way to go, but I was just wondering what all I have learned, and this is unending thing, but few things which I've just written is grace is one thing which is very close to my heart, and adding value to whatever I do. Um, I have retired from where I've headed state, but still, after so many achievements, there were certain things which were missing in my life, which made me distant from word joy. I was not joyous kind of a thing. So, because there were certain things I wanted to change about myself, but there's so many retreats I've attended, so many books I have read, but the kind of person I wanted to become, there was I could not reach that point, and just being with Durgesh, because OMW is not about few things that you learn. It is the way of life, you know. It is how you just become after some time, and you just, it's only after a period of that journey you realize, my God, so much has happened, and such a transformation has happened, and that adding value to whatever you do, then everything has energy. The way I remember an incident. I was just talking to Durgesh about that my daughters, sometimes I wonder they don't share a, very nice bond. So she just asked me, what kind of bond you have with your spouse? I was thinking, I'm talking about my daughters and she's talking about my spouse. And then she said, you build that relation with your spouse, things would change with your daughters. And it has. I've been working throughout my life, so I was not very much into taking care of my husband. But now that I'm at home, I make a point to make breakfast for him and, little things. And I can see my daughters are building, and my God, and I tell me, oh, this is like a dream coming true, and I'm doing something else, but something else is getting fixed, and this is just one thing I've shared, but so many things have happened. And I just want to share that I'm an architect by profession, but then I saw Durgesh gone for certification course in Bali, and that was a raw food. And I saw it because Durgesh is one person who does everything to lot of survey. So I can just go blindly and follow her. And okay, if she has gone for that certification, that means that must be a very good thing. So I planned my trip and I went for that certification. And now I'm a raw food chef also, which I never dreamt. That architect and a raw food chef. And this last year was a like a transformed totally. I did 4 certification course, and I was not. Another thing, I think the clarity I got from her. I mean, the way she talks, the way she unfolds things, so automatically the clarity you have is something which you feel, acha, maybe I was looking for this only. Being an architect, I never knew I wanted to be a sustainable architect as a green building consultant, and I don't know how it came to me. And over last year I did 4 5 certification courses, and even one of them is an international course. And the vision boards, and I mean, just thinking that I've already become it, and all those things have changed me drastically. The food habits, I don't eat anything after 6 p.m., which was not my kind of a thing. I was a total non-veg earlier, and now I'm a vegan, who 2 meals are raw and there's a one cooked meal, and I don't eat after 6 p.m. And I think Durgesh is also not aware of this. My daughters, they don't eat after 6. My spouse, who is a core non-veg, he eats non-veg, but he doesn't eat any dinner. So there is no dinner at our place. Nothing happens at night. It is just that everyone finishes. I finish by 6, but they finish by 7, 7:30, and there's no dinner. There's no concept of dinner. It has just disappeared. And this is one thing too much. I said, okay, my spouse, and he was saying, if you have a headache, why don't you take medicine? I said, it will go, the body is giving me symptoms, it will go automatically. And now I see him not taking medicines. It is, I don't know what Durgesh classes does. It is, I am attending it, but my whole family is getting transformed. Everyone is healing, you know. So it is a beautiful experience, and I think, Durgesh, I can keep on going on and on this. Yes, I do composting and I make my own bioenzyme. I do yoga, and yes, in my about this OMW community, when I started my raw food first workshop, I had 30 participants, and all of them were from OMW community. They all stood with me like this. And this is the magic, this is magic. I do yoga and breathing classes from Indra. She's part of this. I have done bioenzyme from Harita. She's part of this. And Rose is, of course, there. And this is a unending thing. It can go on and on. uh, I can just say gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Thank you so much, Durgesh, and thank you, my OMW family, for making me the person who I am, and so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Durgesh.
Satnam ma'am, you're such a joy to watch how each one of us have grown up. You've transformed in your life, and you have also raised all of us with your kindness and with your question, with your inquisitiveness, with your curiosity. And silently you have taught a lot of people at Suryodayam and a lot of people at OMW. And today you put any class, all of us are ready to come, because we know the effort that you would go and put in anything that you would do. Your questions were enough to fall in love with you. Your inquisitiveness was enough to fall in love with you, and your plates were enough for us to fall in love with you, ma'am. And thank you so much to be part of this, like an elder sister who was walking us a few steps along with you on how a life from here in 5 6 years, how life would be, how children would be, how life would change, and how to plan retirement, how to think of retirement. All of that we are seeing through your eyes, and thank you for being part of our circle. It's just a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have a few friends here. I think it's good. It's time already for you, and I just want to hear a few words from few of my friends here, because I invited them. And Lakshmi, if you are there, could you share a few message? Sneha, if you are order பண்ணுங்க. அப்சிட் சொல்லி order பண்ணுங்க.
Hi, can I go?
Yes. Sneha.
So I'm Sneha, I'm from OMW4. So where do I even start? I think everybody else summed up everything that I had to say. I was making some points and notes like throughout the session, like whatever I used to remember from the OMW class. It was in 2022, I think. After that, we had Suryodayam Sculpt and Durgesh name a workshop, and I used to be there like 1 2 years. I think I was like a puppy following all the classes, and everywhere she went, I was there, and and the way she opened up the world I had to see for myself within me. I never got that in my 20 years of education. I think this is the best degree that I've ever got. OMW4 completing that, and that certificate meant a lot for me, because I as soon as we sat for the session, I brought my
So we had an architect speak, we had a doctor speak, and Sneha is an educationalist. She runs a school, so she's been implementing a lot from what we've learned in her school, where she owns a primary, I think, no, primary school until 5th 6th standard, and her input towards her school is tremendous. She's changed a lot in her parent community. So she's not seeing it as a school, she's seeing it as a community of gathering of people whom we can come along together and learn, and how we can value add in the child's life. So I hope she will join back. Until that, we have Lakshmi with us to share. So one other beautiful journey whom I got to witness, and really blessed to have families like coming together. Lakshmi, to you.
Hi everyone. I'm Lakshmi. Um, I don't know where to start. The word gratitude, I think I learned the meaning of that word only after I attended OMW. Until then, it never meant anything to me. I don't know how to feel grateful for anything. I know my dad is giving me this, my mom is doing this, these people are doing that. I thought that's all their responsibility. And I am doing this, and that's my responsibility. But um, to feel what the other person is doing it for me and to feel grateful for it is something that I learned. And that learning did not come easily. I used to attend the OMW class from, I actually did not know what OMW was. Truly speaking, it was everybody was talking about it, bragging about it in the internet. And I was like, what is this OMW? I just need to know. I need to know what OMW they're talking about. And that's the only reason I joined. Um, but after attending OMW, I wouldn't say I transformed like, okay, 1 year of OMW made me this person I'm feeling grateful about. No. It is whatever I learned from OMW is what I am hearing in my head all the time. I get very angry very easily. I am a cleanliness freak. So cleaning up is something I keep doing all the time, and I get very angry when it becomes messy. So the when I'm earlier, I when I'm about to, I will shout and then I'll shout and I won't even realize. Then it became like I'll shout and then I realize. Later it became like, okay, I am going to shout now. I realize it before I shout. I'm like, okay, I'm getting angry. What is making me anger? What is triggering my anger? Okay, so I am scared that it's going to get messy again. So my scare is what is triggering my anger. All this is not something it came overnight for me. I used to ask Durgeshaka, how are you doing this? I'm not able to do it. You're saying, asking me to sit with yourself. Sitting is not giving me anything. I mean, like, I'm asking only questions, Akka. I'm just writing only questions. But she said it'll come. You trust the process, it'll come. So now, whenever something is so much upsetting me, I just sit with myself. I take book paper and then I start writing. Okay, what is this? So when I write, even though if I'm getting clarity or not, I'm getting an answer or not, I feel light. I'm I make peace with that. Okay, this thing which is like inside my head and it is like I'm not able to proceed anything, that is gone. At least I can proceed with what I can do next. I was able to. I mean, I used to attend like the online, only the recording part. So I used to feel so jealous when all the other people attend from India and would ask their questions and talk to her and like why I'm not able to do that. And then I thought, okay, at least I'm able to do this. Let me make peace with that. And I used to just that recording. I would have one recording. I would have heard like a million times. I'll remain. But then I started feeling happy about me having the recording because I can rewind. If I didn't understand anything, I'll go back. I'll listen again. I I didn't believe myself. I finished one whole diary because I used to take so much of notes. Whatever she is saying, I have the transcript. I can give you my notes and you can like recording and this will be like a transcript because I am very old school. I need to write things in paper and pen to make my mind understand. That I realized only after I started writing things. I can process something because I'm writing it down. These things I started understanding only after I started writing. So writing, I feel very lazy about writing. I'm not a person who can um, take a book and write and pour out. mean, I'm like, I want something very fast. But then after I started writing, I understood that earlier when I used to write, nothing made sense. I didn't write anything. I didn't write what was asked to write. I wrote because I have to do that assignment. But then I just did. Okay, I have to do this. Let me do this. Uh, but as I kept doing it, right, like as and when I kept writing, I think I understood what I am going to write later on. It just went in and then it became a process, it became a part of me. So for me, the transformation was not immediate. The transformation took a lot of time. But what I am experiencing right now, I know when to keep my mouth closed. I know my mind is doing something and I am able to process it in a better way. um, I'm handling my children's really well. Handling meaning, I should say, I'm part of their life and I am enjoying the process that I'm going through with them. I'm enjoying their anger also. My younger one is exactly like me. He can be triggered with no reason, but I'm able to see myself in him. And then I'm able to tell my husband that this is what is triggering him. Exactly, love, this is how it is triggering me. So if you handle this in this way, you can keep him calm. So I'm able to at least see all of that. But I am I'm telling you the word grateful because I understood the meaning by attending OMW. And I've got a beautiful family, I should say. I always, when I come back to India, other than seeing my parents, my brother, sister, and my family, I have one more family which I really have to see. It that makes the trip complete, you know. So that family, I am really grateful. I couldn't have asked for more. I couldn't have asked for less. I've got that perfect family, my imperfect perfect family. Like, we are all having flaws in our life, but they're able to see beyond that. And always there for me. Anytime I just want to call, I'm like upset, I just dial their number and they are there. They are my, I don't know if soulmate is the right word. They're all there without judging, without questioning why you're thinking like this, or without hurting me. They are like there to say whatever they say. I'm ready to listen. I mean, I get so angry I can't listen to my husband. But I understood that sometimes I did not value his words at all. Then now I'm like able to see that that person has come in my life for some reason, right? So I am able to see beyond my anger. I am able to see things beyond um, what I was not able to see before. And I am happy with what I am doing. I am not perfect still. I am still perfecting myself. But at least I have the knowledge that I also understand that having this knowledge is not easy. It is sometimes when you're not doing it the way you are, your mind is saying do it this way and you're not doing it, it will make you feel so guilty that, oh my God, I know this is not what I want to do, but I am doing this. At least the next time I'm able to fix it. Okay, this is not what I want to do. I want to do this, right? Let me do that. That is something I've learned. And my life is beautiful. And I was talking about the jealousy, right? I was so jealous of all the people who were attending from India, I was telling, right? Then I became the person whom they might feel, I don't know if they felt jealous or not. I got to spend that 1.5, 2 years with Durgeshaka. Like, I used to meet her every day. It was like a fangirl moment for me. The first day I met her, my legs were all frozen, my hands were all frozen, my words were not coming out of my mouth, because that was something I was really jealous when people used to ask, even through online question, right? But for me, it was like I synced in. I was so happy, content with whatever that came through. And I still cherish that 1.5 years of me being part of Sachi and having all the days that I spent. And I would really, I am now truly grateful to God and for all the opportunities that came through me, whatever it is that came in. And I am so happy that I am where I am right now. And thank you so much, Durgeshaka. And to all the people who are attending OMW, just go through the process, and without any outcome, the outcome will come. You just have to be patient, and then it's a transformation. It will not happen overnight. I was always waiting for the transformation to happen immediately. It is not something that will happen immediately. That if that is what your expectation is, I'm that will not happen. But this 1 year will guide you throughout the life, and then you will see the transformation that's happening within you. It is not going to happen outside, it's going to happen within, and it will take time. And that time you have to give to yourself to transform, to see the person you're becoming. That becoming person is really beautiful from the version that we are, because of all the conditioning, all the society that's saying us to do what we are supposed to do. But then making peace with what we are doing is what is more important. So just have this 1 year of yourself and enjoy this. It might feel difficult to do assignments and submitting it. Everything will feel difficult, but that is what is going to take you to the next level. And I wish all of them a very happy life going forward. And thank you, Durgeshaka, for this opportunity. I can't be more grateful. I can't express the amount of gratitude I have now, which I did not have when I didn't. I was part of OMW3, by the way, so I'm really happy. Happy is overrated, I know. It's just a word. It doesn't make sense, but to me, it makes so much sense when I'm telling truly I'm really happy. Thank you, Ka.
The kind of dedication that Lakshmi is having, I owe it, and we both, Lakshmi and I, thank so much to Anil for his support for in this journey. But if not for him, I wouldn't have had a sister like Lakshmi, whom my daughters all came and said, "Atta pesranga, atta pesranga, voice ketadunu, atta is come." So it is like my family. She came for a break in India. At that time, I announced Sakshi as a learning community where mom and child can together come and participate every day of the week, and we'll all be two learners together. So 7 families participated, and one of the family was Lakshmi. So she had a house in California. She locked it up there for 1 year, and she came here to India to took a small rented space next to Sachi. Even she had her mother's place in Coimbatore, somewhere else. She came, stayed with us, and she just went through to the process of learning. Everybody were clear that we are not here for the learning of the child, we are learning of the whole family. So each and every day was like celebration, was like dhamaka for all of us, continuously learning. I have this, you give this, I want that, you give this. So we all birthed as a learner from that cohort of what we were. And thanks Lakshmi and Anilana for that beautiful journey that we had for 2 years nearly. Thank you so much for that. Yes. So we're coming to the end of the session, and thank you for each one of your participation. And I want to share one thing that I happened to learn this week. Fresh hot learning, Madri. I learned it, and I want to share with this with you, and wind up the session. If you have more questions about OMW, if you have more questions about OMW, you can write to me in the email. And so even the process, there are some few changes that we've done in the process. Maybe I'll record a message and send it across in Instagram or somewhere, so that make it common. So the learning was, a friend of mine was coming and sharing to me, Akka, people, I saw very small children are wearing then 7,000 rupees slipper. Camera on இப்படி சுத்தி வா நான் கழிக்கிறேன். So முடி போகுதுன்னு பண்ணிக்கிறேன். So 7,000 rupees ka footwear, and every charm in the footwear has 250 rupees, and it is all the total sum of the pair is somewhere near to 8,000. I was also in the sway of that conversation. அப்படியா ஒரு வளர்ற குழந்தைக்கு, for the growing child whose feet size is changing every 6 months, then spending 8,000 is such a huge amount. This definitely is call for this. And then I also went in with that flow of that thing. And suddenly Tanvi came running from there. Mama, children then have footwear nearly to 10,000. Atta is talking about slip-on, but when it comes to sports shoes, they have something around 10,000, 15,000. When she's starting to say all of this, and I became conscious. Then why are you judging? Until I was talking and I was having a conversation, I was in the sway of the conversation. Yeah, it was all to talk about others. It's such a nice halwa, right? So I was also but when my daughter came and started this conversation, I got okay. And this is the story that I tell my children about what happens is, there was a big king who had a big victory. And to celebrate that victory, he announced a huge buffet of feast for all his kingdom people. For which he had announced, he had called for chefs from all around the country, from different places, to make individual delicacies. He had called all of them, and the feast was big. Nearly lakhs of people were about to eat, and the cooking preparation started. And the chefs were preparing and all of that. And while serving, the king said, let first all the commoners, all people eat, and I will eat last. So that was the king, he said. So the food was served in a big arena, and a lot of people were eating. After the meal, each one of them started to just become unconscious, and they've left their body. They all died, eventually passed away. Everybody were panicking, what's happening around. Those who were serving were panicking, what happened. They finally came up to know the sambar that they served had a poison in it. It was poisonous, and that is why they served it. Everybody were dying, and it was like, okay, what happened? How did this poison come into the thing? They were checking the chefs, they were checking the ingredients. They came to say there was an eagle that flew past at the top, and the eagle was catching a prey, which was a snake, and the venom from the snake's mouth has dropped into the sambar. It was a huge pot and a big vessel which cannot be hosted inside a building, and it was outside, and they were cooking, and the drop of a poison fell out. And this incident has happened during the day that ended Chitragupta. Chitragupta is the lord who gives us the papa karma of who did right and who did for example, there's an energy transfer that happens. So there is such a distress of an energy that happened at this time during the loss of death, and this energy has to be transferred to someone for them to manifest that energy into something. So to such a big sin that somebody has made, who will be accountable to this sin? Who will carry this baggage hereafter? So that was the question to Chitragupta. Chitragupta could not write this sin to anybody's thing, because everybody were thinking it was a sin on the king, because he was so careless, have not made he wanted to enjoy and feast everyone, but there was no proper arrangement of having a huge building or having a huge pandal for every then for proper cooking to happen. So the cooking happened in the outdoor, and so the chef then had to go through this, and so the eagle had to go through this and all of that. But it was like, okay, but the king wanted to serve, so that intent of the king, let us take it. And so Chitragupta decides that the papa is that sin is not on the king. Then it was on the chef. The chef, at least when he knows he's going to cook outdoors, he should have put the lid on. If the lid is not on, that's why some dust has come in inside and everything. But it was only by the lid was constantly on to check if it was done, that the chef opened the lid, and at that spot exactly the poison had entered the vessel. So looking at that intent also, and the sin was not, the Chitragupta decides, no, it is not the thing. The chef only wanted to check the lid was constantly on, so then the sin is not on him. Then it was the eagle. Eagle knows from the bird's eye point of view, there are people, there are cooking that is happening. The eagle should have not flown that way. It should have taken some other path அப்படினு. But actually that day was cloudy. The eagle is one who flies above on a very huge height, and not at this space. So eagle's eyes did not look into that, what was happening below. So now the sin is not on the eagle. And then Chitragupta decides then it should be on the snake. It is why did the snake ooze the venom when it was dead? It should have closed its mouth when the eagle was catching. The eagle was catching right in its throat, where it was natural of its jaw to open, and so then the venom leaked. So Chitragupta could not put the papa on that snake also. So very confused on to who the sin should be transferred, because the energy is an exchange. It should go to someone to whom should be transferred. Then Lord Shiva says, you go to rest. You go to sleep. Something will happen so beautifully. The story is not over yet. You go to rest. Things will unfold to you. So what happened the next day? There was a poet who was coming to visit the king. The poet was coming from those days. It's by long walks that people come, right, from different places to share the poet. The poet wanted to share a poem which was of the victory of the king, and he has traveled from a long distance. So he does not know what was the chaos that was going in the village. So during the entrance of the village, there was a flower making lady, and he asked her, which is the way towards the kingdom? I want to meet the king and share my poem. For which the lady said, oh no, you want to go meet that killer who killed a lakh of people just yesterday by serving food in the name of victory. You want to go recite a poem to such a bad omen? You want to do that? Chitragupta comes. Put this papa karma, the sin on this lady. Because without knowing what was the king's intent, without knowing what was his, then what was அப்படி சுத்திப்போம் அந்த கதவை சுத்திப்போம் அதை வாஷ் பண்ணிட்டு சார். So without knowing what was the king's intent, without knowing that the sambar had a lid open incident, without knowing the eagle was there above, without knowing the eagle was catching a snake, without knowing anything of the story that behind, by just seeing that the king was responsible of the whole event, she called the king a sinner. And for this judgment, the flower making lady didn't do anything but just judged, for which all the sin is on her now. And I was judging that person who had an 8,000 rupees shoe. Then I went told Tanvi, it might be she was in an airport, her shoe store, and this was only store that was open, so she had to had a footwear. It might be from a grandfather who could not pay. He could not spend time with that little child. Only things he could do was bring her gifts, and this is what he had known about, because advertisement, everything, he is only aware of this. So he brought her these shoes. Maybe it was a peer pressure in her place, where in an apartment or in her school, that everybody has the same thing, and she wanted to feel equal about with that other children, so she had the same shoe. It could be anything. It could be anything for the child to have that choice of that slipper. Who are we to here judge that somebody had a 7,000 rupees footwear? So yes, thanks, Gayatri. And so this is how I share my learnings in a class on how I went through a certain a learning, how I went through a situation, how I learned, how I came out of it, and how I reminded myself on how to be more gentle and kind, and look into my inner core, which is love, and look into the other's inner core, which is also love, and feel equal and beautiful of each other. So this is what the whole of OMW journey is going to be. And if you think this resonates something about you, and please do join in. Would love to learn from you, and to love to learn from life. And thank you so much. This one, it's almost been 1.5 hours, almost 2 hours now, that you're all here patiently waiting and listening to what each one of us has to share here. There was a lot of bragging, there was a lot of about the whole community of who all of us are. And soon I wish you will also come and be a brag about the community and who we are all, how beautiful it is. And thank you so much. And this could not just end up in OMW. Maybe some part in our journey, come be part of us. We would love to listen to you. And Pallavi, thank you so much for being here from where you we met just a few weeks before, and now being here to understand what it is. Thank you so much. It's such a joy to be around with you. And yes, if you have more questions, please do write to the email of admin@durgeshnanthini.com. We have recorded the session. We'll put the session on YouTube for everybody to watch in. And if you have more questions, do write in. And if you have even more doubts, I can pin you up with another participant of OMW, and you can have a one-on-one call with them. That's also possible. So thank you so much, and have a great day ahead, and wishing sometimes our path might cross again. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.